Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm starting a new series type thing on my YouTube, and it's gonna be called basically I've suffered from anxiety since I was so little. My mum's told me I used to walk in a room at dance, and if it was people I didn't know, I'd just burst into tears, and I'd walk in a room anyway and cry anyway, but if it was specifically people I didn't know, then I'd cry. And when I was a baby one, if someone I didn't know, looking at I didn't know, held me, I'd just cry and want to go. They're not major things, but it's just yeah. I'm very sensitive anyway, so that doesn't really help. But I thought I would talk about my experiences, not to be oh, everyone needs to feel sorry for me and oh, you all need to give me sympathy. I just thought I'd do it to raise awareness of it and let people know that they're not alone. Lots of people go through it. It's a very common thing, especially nowadays, and it's also it's a very hard thing, and hard for the people around you as well. I know that my boyfriend Nathan, my sister Julia and my mum say it can be hard work when I'm having one of my episodes, but you know, they've learned to live with it like I have, and you just have to get on with it because it's not always a negative thing. We can try to turn it positive if we all stick together and stuff. And I know lots of people have messaged me on Instagram saying they suffer and they need advice, so that's exactly what this is for. So I thought I'd make a weekly vlog, so each day I'd film a little bit and I'll put it all together and do one episode a week, explaining how my day's been, whether I've had a bad day, whether I've had a good day, because sometimes there'll just be days where I don't want to get out of bed. I don't know what's wrong with me, nothing's caused me to feel this way, but I'll just be lying there and I don't want to move, I don't want to speak to anyone, I just want to shut myself out, cry. And a lot of people have those days. I'm not alone. I know other people go through it, maybe worse than me, I don't know, but I have certain things I can't handle, change. I hate it when if I've made a plan, I'm really excited for that plan, but say I have to change it for some reason, I'll get really stressed out and really angry, and I'll cry and it'll just blow up, and that's what annoys Julia. So anyway, so obviously I've always had it since I was little, but it sometimes gets better growing up, but for me it's got worse, especially this past year. I'm 18 now, and I thought it'd be better, but it's just getting worse, so I don't know what's wrong with me. But no, so a few things may have triggered it. Just recently, a few months ago, my mum and dad split up, so that was really hard. My dad left, and that was really hard. That's a lot of people have messaged me saying what's happened to your dad, because on Father's Day I posted a quote, and it was the day before Father's Day, my dad told us he was leaving, so that was tough. That was one of the hard moments, and I did have so many days where I just, well, actually the day after it happened we had to go to an event, so we went to an event in Leicester, and I was not up for it. I've just found out my mum and dad have split up. All I wanted to do was just have a chill day with my mum and just cry and hug it out and just have a bit of time to myself. But you know, you just gotta get on with these things, and it did happen at a bad time. But we went to the event, all the girls, MerseyGirls, took my mind off it, and Julia's mind. They cheered us up. We had an amazing event, it was so fun. So yeah, definitely one thing I'd say that I'm bad at is I like to, if I'm having one of those days, just feel sorry for myself and not go out of my room and just stay there. But Nathan and my mum and Julia, they make sure I'm doing something. So say if I'm at Nathan's and I'm having one of those days, he'll take me out somewhere. We'll go for ice cream, or we'll just go on a walk. I have had a few panic attacks in my life, and they're not nice. They come out of nowhere. But I don't get it, I can't breathe as much. It's more I can feel my heart pounding through my chest, and I go all dizzy, and the room's closing in. So in some way it's I can't breathe, but it's I just need to escape, and it's I'm just gonna scream, and I start shaking, and yeah, it's happened in college. I've had to run out of lessons. Yeah, they're not great, but I don't get them regularly, so that's a good thing. And if you notice, I do this a lot of my rings. That's when I'm nervous, because I've never actually spoke about this before, apart from like to my mum and Nathan and that. So that's why. Can't really think right now. Like so much is just going through my head, like making this video, but I've just started counselling for it, so that's a positive. It's going well. Trying to learn like coping mechanisms. So like I thought with this I could like share my experience. So say if I've had a bad week, I'll explain what I've done to like help myself in those situations, or like I'll like explain what I do to like try and cope with it, and it might help one of you. Like my aim with this is just to talk about like my anxiety and like try and help at least one person. If I help one person, then job done. Like that's all I'm here for, I guess. But yeah, another thing I know affects me is I have body dysmorphia. So a lot of times, like when we get pictures with MerseyGirls, like say we'll be doing a photo shoot, like my anxiety will be going crazy, because I know I'm gonna hate what I look like. I like will look in a mirror, I see myself different to how all of you will see me, or my mum will see me. Like I will not wear certain clothes that like I've got, because I look fat in them, or what I can see I hate. So like one of that, like the thing that triggered that was in 2016 after my GCSEs. Like I didn't dance, and like I just went out, like when I got with Nathan, like I was going out with like my group of friends at the time, having a really good time, and I put on like a stone, which doesn't sound much, but for me, like I was always slim, so that was a lot. I was just like couldn't stand it. I wouldn't get pictures, I wouldn't wear, that's where the wearing clothes started. But from then on, I know I've lost that stone, and I have, and I'm so much slimmer than I used to be, like when I put on the stone, but I can still see improvements. Like I won't, like I'll just keep staring at it, and then I'll try wear it to get myself over it. Like I'll be like, it's just my head, I need to get over it, and I'll try wear it, but I'll look in the mirror and like I'll just cry, because I can't stand the way I look in it, so I have to take it off. And like I won't let the girls post certain pictures that they want to post, because I hate the way I look in it, and no one else can see it apart from me, and I know it must be annoying for them. Like, and I apologise if any of you are watching this, but like it's just in my head. I can't deal with that when I hate what I look like. So yeah, I'm not famous at all, like at all, not even nearly. But like I have a few followers on Instagram, and I've had a bit of success like on Britain's Got Talent, and like sometimes, none of you maybe, but like people will forget that like all of us, like we're human, like we have feelings, we go through a lot of the same stuff you do. Like I know so many people have been like, I can't believe you have anxiety, like oh my gosh, I never ever thought you would, and all that. And I just like, I don't know, I guess I've never been ashamed. Like I always speak about it to my mum. That's one tip I give. Always speak about it to like a family member who you trust. Like my mum's been amazing. Like I always speak to her about it. Or Nathan, creds to him. Don't know how he deals with me, but I'll always speak to him. And like that does like get me through it, and it helps. But like we are just like normal people. We go through things that you go through. It's like it's not the perfect picture you all think maybe it is. But I've got an amazing life, and I'm grateful for every single thing I've done. And that's why sometimes I get annoyed at like my anxiety, because I'm like, why am I getting so sad? Why am I lying here feeling sorry for myself when there's nothing to be like sad about? There's literally nothing. I've got such a good life that I should be like so happy with, and I am. And I just don't get why I'm having these days, and then it gets me angry, because I'm like why? Why? I don't know. So I will be like explaining to you guys how I deal with it, because it may help you. Like if my counsellor tells me something and I try it, then like I'll like give it to you and it might help. Or like if I've had a bad day, I'll vlog it and explain to you what's happened. Or yeah, I just feel like you guys like have followed our journey for so long. Like you've been so supportive, so the least I could do is try and support you guys, because I know a lot of you go through the same thing as me. It's common, it's the way we are, we can't help it. What can you do? This is one thing that happens to me. I start getting adrenaline all over my body, and I don't know what it's from. It'll be out of nowhere, and I'm just like, why? But it's like not just adrenaline, like when you're nervous, it's like it makes you feel sick. Like, some of you may get it, some of you may understand, but it just like goes all through me, and I go cold, like I get this cold feeling. That's another thing that happens when I'm in a situation like I'm not comfortable with. For instance, in a room with lots of people, to speak. So like when I actually go to events, none of you understand how nervous I actually am. Like before Britain's Got Talent, I wasn't going to do Britain's Got Talent because of my anxiety. Like, I'm so glad my mum made me, but I was too nervous. I didn't want to do interviews on camera because I will hate what I look like, and I'm not good at speaking because it makes me nervous. Like, there was just so many things going through my head. And like, in lessons in school, this is another one, if I got asked to read something like in English or just in maths, Alice, what's the answer? Nothing would come out of my mouth. I'd just sweat and swear and swear, and then I'd be like, oh, I've made a fool of myself. If I had to get up, I would never go to the toilet in class because I didn't want to get up in front of everyone, or like if I had to get up to do something, I'd like run through it in my head what I'm going to do, like my journey, so that I don't make a fool of myself. Like, it's just stupid things. Like, I don't know why I do it. Like, one thing you all need to know, and that I've had to like try and teach myself, is that like your anxiety doesn't own you. Like, you have your own brain, you have your own body, you can control what it does and what it thinks. And I'm still trying to learn that, I guess, because I'm not quite there. I'd say I've got a long way to go before I actually maybe hopefully overcome it. A very, very long way, because it just seems to have gotten worse. But fingers crossed one day it will, and I'll be able to walk in a room and be like, hey people, I'm here and I'm not nervous and I'm going to speak to you all just fine. One day hopefully I won't care about if I don't like the way I look in pictures. I'll just think, I've got a nice body, I don't need to worry. Because that's one thing, I'm a very negative person, I have negative thoughts, so yeah, that's just another stupid thing out of my head. I just think the worst of every single thing. I have a lot of fears. I have fear of dying, so death anxiety, I suffer from that. If I'm in a concert, I'll think a terrorist attack's going to happen. Or if I'm in London, I'm petrified a terrorist attack will happen. And I don't try to show it because I know it's so unlikely. Like, if I'm walking on the street and someone's walking behind me, I think, well, they're going to have a knife or a gun and they're going to kill me. That's just how I'll think. It's really bad, really bad. I don't know why I do it. But yeah. Let me know in the comments if you like what I'm doing, so I know whether it's good or not. A lot of my messages are like, once I told you all on Instagram that I had anxiety, like literally everyone was messaging me saying me too, which suffer really bad. Do you know any ways to help? So I'm hoping this will help, and you all know that you're not alone and that we're all in this together, and I'm here for all you guys if you ever need me, because I know you're all here for me. Nearly everyone has something that like they struggle with in life. Just like keep an eye out for people and just spread positivity, and like let's try and make this like anxiety versus me a positive thing instead of like negative. So like I've just explained to you like everything that happens to me, and yeah, it is negative, but like let's think of it positively. Like if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the person I am today, and as much as it annoys other people, like I'm me, and there are good things, there are things I like about myself. And in life, I'm really grateful for having a family. Even if my mum and dad aren't together, I have such a strong family. Like, I'm so close to everyone, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, that's all I need, is a house to live in, food, water, and my family. I will read the comments, and if there's like questions in it, I'll try do a Q&A at some point on it and like answer your questions. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it's helped if you suffer too. Just remember to stay strong. Anxiety does not define you. You're better than it and you control it. Love you guys. Bye.